Something rotten in the new Denmark, the most corrupt city in the world. Oh boy, Bank of Utah. Oh, is this city corrupt? You don't even know. There's the Masonic Temple right there that Kevin Blanch hung from a rope and hand chiseled and restored. You know, I mean, something rotten in the new Denmark. This is the most corrupt place in the world. So why is Fox News does an investigation on Bank of Utah sponsoring planes for Russian oligarchs? The New York Times front page years ago. We can't figure out why there's a plane on the tarmac in Trent. There's no American planes allowed there. Bank of Utah, the Browning Arms family, hello. How do you think Hillfield got here? Yeah, the Brownings. The BIR was invented right there. That's the Browning shop. They still work for them. I mean, you don't think the Masonics still run this town? Obviously, they own the courts, they own it all. Why is... And this is the investigative journalism that goes on. Kevin Blanch tells you the tell, but I'm blackballed. Fuck me, I'm seventh generation here. You know, I will quote George Pappas, the old man I used to work for. My grandparents were Mormon socialists. Abraham Hunsaker IV, my grandfather. Yeah, that guy that's standing right here at the junction, right behind him, that's him. The original UPSP freaking office was in his house. The whole city was named after him. Honeyville was Hunsakerville. My other grandparents, they were Mormon socialists. I was required to learn a trade by 16 years old. That's what this town was. Keyword, was. The Browning's Arm family owns Bank of Utah. Hello. Oh, oligarchs. I'll tell this tale over. Cache Valley Bank, they took off the first, that's the World Bank. That's where the World Bank was hatched. That's Mariner Echols building. Yeah, the Federal Reserve's named after him, that's all. I knew him personally. All roads lead to Ogden, Utah. Used to, now they all lead out of Ogden, Utah. This place is the most corrupt place in the world. I'm seventh generation here. Brownsville. By the way, Peter Skeet Ogden never set foot here. I call it blood. What a freaking tainted, ugly past. I will quote old man George Pappas, Kevin Blanch. I'm 18 years old. I'm restoring all the buildings up and down 25th Street. I have 10,000 of them in this town. Now, you heard me right. I hung from a rope and hand chiseled that thing back together. Not a crew of guys, one guy. 7 days a week, 12 hours a day for 4 months before I got cancer. Something rotten in the new town. Where are you going to flip your can? Why do I use the can? American can. The can was invented here. Right there. Hello. This place is so corrupt. Kevin, write me a bill for double. I don't have a license. I'm working for you. Just write me up a bill for $2,400. I'll give you $1,200. Whoa. Don't you know? Ogden City is paying for half of it. What? Al Capone to his father. Right there. Why don't you move to Ogden? You own half of it. This town's way too rough for my blood. The BAR was invented right there, selling to freaking World War I, World War II. You kidding? They never went public. Their documents made at Lee National. My kids are playing soccer. I just came from the game. They're playing with one of the heirs to the grandfather tells me he's got leukemia. He's from the Netherlands. I says, I know you. I'm full of leukemia. I'm fighting for my life. I go to an oligarch funeral, a friend of mine, and the little boy comes up and introduces him as Browning the Fourth. Yeah, and I says, why are you lying? I looked at the old man. Why are you lying about your name? You lying about your cancer too? You know, I'm fighting for my life. This is how these oligarchs play. Oh boy. Something rotten in the new Denmark. This is the most corrupt place in the world. I try telling people that. You don't know corruption. American King. It's the most corrupt place in the world. There's all that rain. There's all that rain. We can't figure it out. Investigative journalists sponsoring Russian oligarchs. Same old thing. 1917. World War I. When Black Hand, the Ides of March of Honest, did that, it was a Browning gun. Hello. History means nothing. It means nothing. This is the most corrupt place. Kevin. Old man George to me. That's corrupt, George. And he says, if it wasn't for corruption, that is the economy of Ogden, Utah. One day you'll learn that. The economy of Ogden, Utah is corruption. Without corruption, there is no economy here. I says, you would fucking know. My grandparents were Mormon socialists, and I'm a Mormon. And we were required to learn to trade. And they were anti-monarchies and anti-inherited wealth for this very reason. Oh boy, something rotten in the new den. Something rotten in the new den now. Oh boy, something rotten in the new den bar again. Al Capone. Well, you own half the freaking street, 25th in this place. Why don't you just move here? Ogden, way too rough for my blood. As I call it, blood. Stay in tune. What an evolution. Where's all that rain? It's Snow, Utah. Something rotten in the new Denmark. Oh boy. Oh boy. The last train out of Ogden.